And I'm here with.
Lu Dong. I'm the CEO and founder of TakeMe. It's a company that connects foreign travelers with the best restaurants in Japan.
Perfect. Lou, what got you interested in starting a business here in Japan?
Well, I just can't help not leveraging my talents solve problems in the world. Since I'm a serial entrepreneur, I started two companies in China. When I moved here, I see there are problems in Japan where I can leverage my experience and business skills and technology solutions to solve those problems and make the traveler's life better and to make the life of restaurant owners better. So I think I got to do it. This is like my mission
Look at that.
of life. Yeah.
Look at that. So, why did you decide to start a business here in Japan?
Largely because of my family. My wife's home is Tokyo, and I'm from China, and it's nice to be with my wife at her hometown.
Nice.
I think family first, and then since Japan is a great country, everybody loves Japan. Everybody wants to come to Japan. So I'm like, why don't I start a business to help all the travelers come to Japan? That's why family first in Tokyo, and then base my business in Tokyo.
Got it.
Yeah.
When it comes to Japan and China, why did you decide to choose Japan as a place to start your business?
Okay, I started two businesses in China already. I sold them. I figure, because I'm educated half of my life and worked in Japan. So Japan is like sort of like my second home country, and I'm very comfortable in Japan. I feel it's better for me to perform and to make a difference in Japan. Yeah.
How did you get your idea to start your own business?
I would say always come from solving pain points, right? So I'm a user. I'm a consumer. When I eat, when I try to find a restaurant, when I order, when I pay, there's all kinds of pain points, in terms of dining in Japan. So I'm like, okay, once I see these pain points, I want to solve them. I want to make people's life better by starting businesses.
So, how do you exactly start a business in Japan step by step?
Well, you got to start your company, which is pretty easy. And I would say the hardest part is to hire the right people and have the initial starting capital. But if you really go back to step number one, is really have a business idea. Okay. So to me, that's the easiest part. Have a business plan, right?
How do you start a business plan?
Again, always go back to the pain points. So, I can give you a 30-minute, lecture about how to write a business plan, but always have, what's the pain points? What's the problem? And then what's your solution? And why you're the only solution that's better than any solution out there. And your solution worth a lot of money and can help the world to be a much better place. And then, I need investment to make this solution or this dream come true. And then once this dream come true, not only people's life become better, the investor who is backing the dream can also make a lot of profits. And that's typically how, the flow or the structure of a business plan, which to me, as a serial entrepreneur or as an investor, I also invest as a VC before. This is actually, to me, the easiest part.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why is it the easiest part?
Because it's all based here. I can do it by myself, like computer. Yeah, I can make many business plans, or I have made. Oh, take a guess. How many business plans I made in the past 10 years?
I'll say 30.
Okay, I look at my computer. About 743 business plans I made in the past 10 years.
That's way more than what I guessed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the misconceptions that foreigners have about starting a business in Japan?
Misconcept. I don't know about others. I think what I hear a lot of people saying is like, I will start a business in 2 years or in 3 years. But I would say if you have a good idea, why don't you start now? Don't wait. Because I think the misconcept is you need to acquire enough experience or knowledge or money to start a business. But my metaphor of starting a business is that it's like learning how to swim. You cannot learn swimming by watching YouTubes or by reading books. You have to jump in the water, and you got to drink some water. But then, through practice, you become better. Same thing with starting a business. Just like learning any sport, learning any music instruments, you can only be better by doing it. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to start a business, do it today. Do it tomorrow. Don't wait for 2 years, 3 years, once you acquire this license or that capability, learn this programming, when you're doing it, you will know what you need to learn.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know, some people want to start a business, but they don't know what type of business to create. So, what would you recommend to them? Because they can't then do it now because they
Yeah.
don't know what to do.
Okay.
Right?
Well, then I would say the biggest factor to start a business is who you're making happy by your business. So by creating this business, who are you making their life better or happier, right? Which is, they're by definition your customer. So the key to any successful business is to have a deep insight of your customer and what's their problem, why nobody else can solve these problems, why only you can come up with a solution that's so unique that can make their life dramatically better.
Some people don't know. How can they find out though?
By asking a lot of questions. Why? Why this has to be done like this? Why Japanese trains are working like this? Why the Japanese restaurant are like this? Why Japanese mobile phone are like this? So always having questions. Questions meaning you are not satisfied with status quo. You see problems. So problems is opportunity. Yeah.
So once they find the problem, how can they actually solve it? And how do they know that they're the right person to actually solve it?
That's a very good question. So it's called core competencies. Do you have the core capabilities to solve the problem? Yeah. Like I said, I have way more problems I can recognize, right? But I cannot solve all of them. I can only solve some problems with my own capabilities. And those are a good starting point. If you can identify a problem, then you think you can solve the problem, or most of the problems. You probably need 2 or 3 other people to supply you, to complement you to solve the problem. Then they are potentially your teammates, right? But if there's a problem exists that you figure, I don't have the capability to solve a problem, don't start a business based on that. You have, just like a puzzle game, right? You want to complete a picture, you have to at least have, I'd say 60% of the puzzles.
Okay.
Roughly look at a picture. If I can collect the rest of 40% of the puzzles, then we become a full picture, then that's a good starting point. If you only have like 10% of the puzzles, 90% is like still wild, then it's less likely than you have 60% of the puzzles. Of course, this 10%, 60% is highly subjective based on people. For me, I would say the number is 60%. If I have less than 50% of the capability I own to solve the problem, which means I need to acquire the other 50% of the capability to be able to complete the whole range of capability to solve the problem. That's a lot. That's a lot of moving parts I don't have until I collect all these parts. And then I cannot be entirely successful. But it doesn't mean that I cannot start. I can start with what I have.
Okay. Even if you don't have that 60%?
Even I don't have that 40%.
40%. Okay.
But the thing is, I mean a team. Like say, if I have 40%, my business partner has 30%. Now together we have 70%. Then we can start. We just need to look for. Of course, we're still lacking 30%. Like, I have the business skill, I have the sales skill, but I cannot program. But if I have the sales skill, I have a programmer, like really high. Then we have like a lot. Then we need a marketing guy, or then we need, you know what I mean? So their business is like there are few key components of a business you must have. I'll give you an example. This is a bit long. Sorry.
That's fine.
My last business, I was doing a lingerie business, manufacturing lingerie, right? Branding, my own brand, manufactured, OEM in the factory, and also sell these lingeries on the market, online or in store, right? So in order to make this business successful, the key is to create a brand and create a product and be able to market it and create a sales channel, right? So the 3 co-founders, we have a lot of the skills, but we're lacking one, which is the supply chain management skills, because none of us managed factories before, which in the long run become our Achilles heels. We were able to scale the business really fast because we're good at marketing, we're good at branding, we're good at building online channel, we're good at building stores. But once we can sell a lot, we realize we cannot supply enough because we don't have a key person in our team who knows how to supply, how to build the inventory, high quality inventories to sell. So that's a lesson learned. In order to run a successful business, you have to have some key components.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's hard to make it work, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually really good. There's like so many questions I want to ask about that, but I'm going to pick one.
Yeah.
And it's going to be about a team. A lot of people want to start a business in Japan, but they don't have money to hire employees. So, how can they get people to work for them or with them?
Okay. The key is your vision. Like I said, once you identify the problems, once identify the solutions, and obviously you don't have all the pieces to solve the problem. You're like, okay, I have this dream. If we do this, we're gonna make people's life better. But I cannot just do this by myself. I need a team to help me. Then you try to figure out who has the skills that you don't have, and you sell them your dreams, just like you sell the investor your business plan to get their funding. You're actually selling your business plan to your potential partners or co-founders so that they'll invest with their own life, their body, their time into your business. It's the same thing. Always be selling.
Okay, so that's what you did.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. The key skills for entrepreneur is selling. Always be selling your dreams, your vision. Yeah.
Right now, what are some of the challenges that you face in your business in Japan?
Again, people. People. I think I think Peter Drucker said, other than three things, all the parts of the business can be outsourced. Nowadays, you don't need a programmer to start a computer company. You can just outsource. Basically, find an excellent programmer. There are only three things: are vision, mission, and value.
Okay.
That cannot be outsourced. Other than that, everything can be outsourced to an extreme extent, right? You can outsource your sales. You can outsource your technology. You can outsource, your customer service, right? So as a founder, I have to have three, but I do need to acquire these basic skills, right? Whether they're outsourced, I still need to convince them, right? I don't have much money. I'm a poor entrepreneur, startup, right? I need to convince them to join my dream with a relatively lower cost, or less cash, more equity. So they're buying into your dreams because equity worth nothing today, but they may worth $1 million or $1 billion in 5 or 10 years.
Got it.
Right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a trade-off.
Exactly.
Right?
So all the Silicon Valley, millionaire or billionaire story is that, hey, I joined, with no money, but with the shares, boom, now they're a billionaire, right? You need to sell these kind of dreams, and these are true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the number one advice you would give to aspiring entrepreneurs who want to build a business in Japan?
Like I said, do it today. Don't wait. And second is really find the right partners, like people. Build a team. Yeah, that everybody's in line with your vision, mission, and value, and also together this team will have the basic core competencies, like skills, to make this business work.
How do they build a team? Do they just go to networking events? If they don't know anybody, how will they be able to build a team?
All the above. You need to go to network events, your LinkedIn, your basically, how do you find people? How do you find your girlfriend? So I'll tell you, one of my method to build my team is to partner with a headhunting firm. So what I did was I actually headhunted my co-founders. So I have my dream, which is business plan, also my vision, mission, value. Then I pitched this to a recruiter. I'm like, I don't have money, but your specialty is to find people. So please find people for me. Find my co-founders. Find my first 5 employees. Instead of paying you cash, I'll pay you equity. So he found my 2 co-founders. He found my first 5 employees in exchange of my equity.
That's something. That's a hack right there.
Well, the key is once you have a vision, just keep selling your vision. You don't need cash.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So many people think they need cash. They say, I don't have cash. I don't have no money. I don't have no connections. I can't do it. That's what a lot of people say.
The Bible says, without vision, people perish. It didn't say without cash, you perish. Once you have vision, the money always follow. The people always follow.
How do you personally overcome failure in your business?
That's a hard one. In a way, our business almost went bankrupt during COVID. No tourists, no restaurant business damaged, right? I think the key is still, again, back to the vision, back to why I'm doing this. When I realize I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for the happiness of others, the happiness of the travelers, the happiness of the restaurants. That's my value of existence. That's my purpose. That's my vision and mission, right? Just to talk to people. So what ended up happening was the restaurant owners, they didn't have money for themselves during COVID. They lend me money in a unit of $1,000-$2,000. They're like, Lou, before COVID, you helped us to make money from foreigners. Now during COVID, there's no tourists. We don't want you to die. We'll support you. So our client base, I just went to them, basically, again, tell them the vision. Like, COVID is going to go away. Once COVID is going to go away, we're going to together build this business together. So please help me. So they basically either invest or lend me $1,000, $10,000. They actually sustained me. So again, having a vision,
Relationships right there.
It's all about human. It's all about people. And the key is that once people around you, your team or your investor or your client realize you're not doing this for your own purpose, then they're willing to help you. It's the reverse. So it's like, if you think about me, how am I going to survive? Like, if you all think about me, then nobody's going to think about you. If you think about others, then they're going to think about you.
So how can people find the vision?
Ultimate question, right?
Yeah.
Since we're all talking about vision, right?
Yes. How did you find your vision?
I think vision, the big part of the vision, what I call it, is called the calling. It's very deep, is your purpose of existence. Why I'm here on this earth. Why I'm valuable. Why I'm different. There's I graduated from Stanford. So Stanford, there's the famous motto says, make a difference. I always use the other way to interpret it, this sentence is like, why the world is different with you or without you. I think that's the vision. That's the value. Once I realize, or someone realize, oh, I have a unique set of value that I'm born with, or I'm good at, clearly, and how I'm gonna put those talents or skills or, this like God-given talents to a purpose that's good for the world. I think that's a good starting point. And once you think at that level, at lifespan level, at a global level, then you can see something nobody else can see.
Got it. Very macro.
Vision means you can see a picture in 5 or 10 years. Only you can see that picture. And your picture is different from anyone else's. And the rest of the world is like, the rest of the job is to make that vision high resolution. HD, 4K, 8K, as detailed as possible. And then the next job you do is show your vision to other people so that they can see the same picture you see. They'll buy the picture. I'll pay $10,000 to buy your vision.
Look at that.
That's basically I think the ultimate way of building a business.
Lou, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.